Hi betting experts, on Saturday November the 16th we're off to Cheltenham and Newcastle on Saturday. Competitive racing, all covered by ITV. The ground at Cheltenham, where they've been watering all week, it's pretty much perfect there, and obviously standard on the all-weather surface. Some interesting and valuable racing. We start off with our betting expert daily nap. This goes in the 3:30 at Cheltenham. It's a 2-mile 5 handicap hurdle, and one of my horses to follow this season is Champagne Twist from the Ben Pauling yard. Now, Ben has got a cracking team of young horses to go to war with this season, and this Scopy ex-pointer has plenty of upside over Timber after just 5 starts last season. I'm sure he'll be primed for this reappearance, with the yard now firing in the winners, 4 in the last 14 days, and I think the better ground will definitely suit him. Most of last season was spent on soft ground. Most of Pauling's horses are much better on good ground, and I think this one is no exception. He's handicapped to go really well again. He's going to be over fences, I'd have thought, sooner rather than later, but this looks a really good starting point under the excellent and much improved Ben Jones. Our betting expert value angle selection goes in the 2:20 at Cheltenham. It's a 2-mile 4 furlong handicap chase, and I think Imagine is a very interesting runner here for Harry Derham. Now, Harry is a trainer, very much one to follow. He's got lovely horses in his yard. He places them really carefully. He's a real thinker. He's very much like Harry Fry, another ex-Paul Nicholls pupil. Everything's meticulously planned. This one is unexposed over fences, ran 3 times in this Spear for Elliott. I think he'll be readied for this valuable Saturday prize. He could have run anywhere, and he's chosen to come here. He's sure to be fit. He'll like the ground. Paul O'Brien's booked. I think 1 or 2 at the head of the market are very opposable, and Imagine should go really well. The remaining races at Cheltenham, starting in the 12:35, a Grade 2 juvenile hurdle. Well, East India Dot comes from another yard, James Owen, who's young and going places, and this highly regarded juvenile can follow up his impressive debut success. Sam Twiston Davis booked. Experience counts for plenty. He's a free-going sort on good ground. That should suit him. Hopefully he'll make all the running. The 1:10 at Cheltenham, a handicap chase over 3-mile 1. Well, come on, Teddy's getting on a bit. He's a veteran now, but he'll love the ground conditions. He's been off for 242 days, but he's got a good record fresh and a good setup here for a patient ride. 2 or 3 front runners in the race. He can weave his way through late at a double-figure price. The 1:45 at Cheltenham, a Grade 2 novice chase. Well, Dan Skelton's flying. 16 winners in the last fortnight, a 23% strike rate, and his highly regarded novice impressed with his jumping at bar 1 fence at Stratford 16 days ago. He did very well to stand up. I think it was at the ditch early on, but he then learnt from that. He jumped superbly, and that should count for plenty over these demanding fences. I think he'll like the ground. There's more to come from him. Staying at Cheltenham for the 2:55, one of those impossible handicap hurdles over 3 miles. Noble Birth is an interesting runner. He's joined Gavin Cromwell this season. They put pounds, shillings and pence on him for his stable debut at Cork in October. I thought he shaped quite well. He ended up getting caught too far back. He's back to hurdling here, and I think he can recapture winning form. He's still got a bit of upside for these very astute connections. Over to Newcastle for the 3:15, a listed contest over 1-mile 2. Well, the Foxes was about the only horse Andrew Balding didn't win with last season. He's a bit of a rogue. He's got lots of ability. He needs the cards to fall right. I suspect Newcastle will suit him. He hasn't got a turn of foot, but he did catch my eye at Newmarket last time out, and he could be the sort to relish this sort of surface. Hopefully they'll go a proper gallop, and Murphy can weave his way through late. And finally at Newcastle, the 3:48, well, Al Bashir is another one who's been extremely hard to place for Archie Watson, but he ran really well at Dundalk last time out. He pulled hard, didn't settle, didn't get beaten far. I think he's primed to return to peak form under Jason Watson in the yard. Quiet usually at this time of year, but have had 1 winner from 1 runner in the last 14 days. Best of luck with all the televised ITV racing on Saturday, betting experts.